I was with Guruji. I also visited Vasishtha Cave, which is nearby here, which Guruji thinks that it's a very powerful place. And I have seen uh, a lot of young people, meditating there, So I want Guruji to enlighten all of us about meditation. How one should do it. What is meditation? How it helps a person to be in blossom or to bloom. So please enlighten Guruji on this meditation part as well.
So meditation is an attempt to create very high energy in our body. That is what meditation is. No one has this definition. But we have a certain level of energy. The way we sit and the way we stand, we can see how much energy we have. People without energy will be folded. They just can't be, they're not buoyant. Then there's not a lifting vayu. They don't have something called urdhva retas. All the retas is adho, going down.
Okay.
All their flow is going down. They're just draining. There are the people who are draining and there are people who are filling themselves with energy. Such people are meditators. And when you go near someone who's meditating, even from 400 feet, you can see that aura. You feel that, your eyes will go to that person. Even if you're not a clairvoyant, you can't see that aura. But still your eyes will go there. You'll be like, something beautiful about this person. You can sense it from a long distance. So that is what happens when you meditate. So a lot of people are attracted to this, and many are doing it right and many are doing it wrong as well. So you can see how they're sitting for the meditation itself. How is their spine? How is their face? Is it relaxed? Are they really radiating some kind of energy? They become like a sun when they meditate. And the kshetras like Vasishtha Cave helps you a lot in this meditation. People who are unable to concentrate outside, when they come into the cave, suddenly they can feel that bliss. They can get into that power. They'll feel themselves getting charged up. Not only that, Gangaji is next door. So all her energy is coming like this into here. As the water flows, it creates a big electromagnetic field around it. Thousands of charged ionized particles are traveling in the water. There is a huge magnetic and electric field because of the proximity of the water and also because of the depth of the cave inside. I'm so sorry, I thought I put it on. This is mine, right? Off kar do. So, also the design of the cave, the nature's design of the cave. Nature has created inside a rock, which is highly charged with minerals. Nature has created this hole, and somehow it's there. And when you go there, these were the first dwellings of our ancestors. Vasishtha Rishi is there to have meditated in that spot. So when you go there, you can imagine such a great Rishi, Vyasa's great-grandfather. Vasishtha was the direct son of Brahma himself. He came there and he meditated. So you can imagine the vibration in that place. Vasishtha was the guy, when Vishwamitra's army came to attack him, he said a mantra and all of them burnt up. That's the kind of power he had. So even if he has set his foot in that cave for 1 second, it will have fragrance and an energy. But he sat there and meditated for some time. You can imagine how it's booming. And his wife Arundhati is meditated in a cave next to that. That is also a booming place because Arundhati became the inner wall of Kundalini and the inner wall of Sushumna Nadi, which is the central Nadi through which Kundalini travels. Outside is golden, inside it's red. And the red part is Arundhati. So she became that. And that place is just crazy. Like it's crazy with energy. I know it gets a lot of tourists, but they're not able to, what I call tourists, right? Terrorists. Because they don't know what they're doing. They're just coming there, they don't have access to knowledge, nor are they looking. They're looking on Google and coming to different places. They don't ask gurus. So they don't know what's going on there. So a lot of people just come like that. They want the India experience. I saw a lot of foreigners coming there, all young, all wonderful people. They're really sincere seekers. Some of them have learnt the Vedas. One person, foreigner, was sitting there today reciting the Vedas. I felt very happy. I told him this is amazing. So this is the kind of beauty of that cave, people are coming from faraway countries and turning into yogis just by the presence of the energy there. If you are in Rishikesh, you should visit. Be prepared for it to be crowded, so go early as soon as it opens. You'll get a spot. Once you sit in a spot, nobody will disturb you. Sit there and meditate. So, Vasishtha Rishi is one of the foremost teachers. He was also the teacher of Lord Ram. Do you know something about him? Vasishtha Rishi, you know the yugas? They starts with Satya Yug. ठीक है. That's number one. Second होना चाहिए क्या? द्वापर होना चाहिए. उसके बाद त्रेता होना चाहिए ना. द्वा के बाद त्रा आता है. After 2 comes 3. Vasishtha couldn't wait for Ram to be born. He prayed to Shiva and he pulled Treta Yuga forward. Mahakal, he pleased Mahakal, he pulled Treta Yuga forward and pushed Dwapar Yuga backward in time.
Okay.
Because he had that much power. So what is this legendary stuff, right? We think, oh, this is all magical. We have been told these are fairy tales. But they're not. I don't think so. I think there is great magic in the world even today, even though it's Kali Yuga. Few protections have been given from in the age of Kali, which is Kali Yuga, to people. Because Kali is in everything now. He took permission from Raja Parikshit. After the Mahabharata war had ended, Raja Parikshit became the king of the world. So he took permission from him. He said, hey, now my yuga has started. You have to give me a better place. Right now I am only allowed to stay in the battlefield. I want to do my tricks in more places, and this is Kali, you have to give me. Because this is the time the world goes to shit and it's my job to make sure it goes. So Raja Parikshit said, okay, fine. But you leave me alone. He said, okay, no problem. And then Raja Parikshit said, okay, in addition to war field, battlefield, you can stay in prostitute dens, you can stay in gambling houses, you can stay in slaughterhouses, you can stay wherever there is adultery. He said, okay, I need one more place. He said, okay, you can stay in gold. He didn't realize he's wearing a gold crown. So within days he was dead. Kali got in there and some revenge feelings came into Takshak for something Parikshit had done long back. The snake. He came like a bee and then he turned himself into a snake and picked it. And then he flew out of it. So that is Kali's entry into this world. So Kali is a major force and we've all dealt with it in our life. Whenever we do these things, what is the modern equivalent of a prostitute house? Porn. What is modern? And alcohol, sorry. One more also that. Alcohol. कौन नहीं पीता? सब पीते हैं. Non-veg, सब खाते हैं. ठीक है. Gold, सबके पास है. Gambling, mutual funds तो सब करते हैं. वो भी एक तरह की gambling है. Because you didn't put any effort in that. आपने कुछ कर्म नहीं किया, फिर भी आपको फल चाहिए. तो ये है gambling. तो गारंटी नहीं होता है, लेकिन अब रिस्क लेते हैं, बोलते हैं ये मेरा रिस्क कैपिटल है, पैसा गया तो गया, आया तो उतना आएगा. ये एटीट्यूड नहीं होना चाहिए. डोंट गैम्बल इन लाइफ. गेट थिंग्स बेस्ड ऑन योर स्किल. ओके. सो रियली when I eat non-veg, my guru told me that there is only one Rudraksh which protects you. This one. Because as a Kshatriya guru, I need that energy, which I take respectfully from the animal. The prana of the animal is still in the meat. It's full of trauma, so I bless it. I take the trauma, I neutralize it, and I take all the good times the animal has had. All the pran shakti it's developed when it was looking forward in life. And I eat that. But no, most people don't know the mantras to do this. So of course, when they eat non-veg, there'll be problems. I'm telling people, non-veg is definitely good for your health for certain things. But if you go by our scriptures, you need to know how to moderate it. And there is this Vamachar side which comes, which says that all these things are holy to Devi. Alcohol is holy to Devi. And Kamakya Tantra says Devi only wants to be worshipped with alcohol in this Kali Yuga. And sex is holy to Devi. And meat is holy to Devi. And fish is holy to Devi. And ये मुद्रा जो बोलते हैं, basically it's pakode. Grains का जो fried balls हम बनाते हैं वो है. That is also holy to Devi. तो जो भी आपको नहीं करना चाहिए, oily मत खाओ, मांस मत खाओ, मछली मत खाओ, दारू मत पियो, फिर sex मत करो. These are the 5 Panchatattvas that are holy to Devi. She wants to be worshipped with those. Maithun, Mudra, Matsya, Mamsa, and what did I miss? Madhya, alcohol. So the same thing Kali also stays. So मेरा confusion है कि Devi and Kali are not enemies. She has deliberately sent Kali here to cause trouble for us, to make us strong. Now we have to know a way out of this Chakravyuh called Kali Yuga, where things are cursed and Devi likes them all. Now you got the two wings of the bird, Dakshinachar, Vamachar. You need both. You have to learn to fly with both. That's the current situation we are in. So all these rishis, all these sages, they're given as ways. The job is to decode it if you want success in life. Siddhi means success. So you have to get Siddhi. You want Siddhi, then you have to do this work. There is also a teaching that says don't chase Siddhis. And there's so much teachings about how to be a Mahasiddha. How is one to reconcile with all this unless you have a guru who gives you the clear path? I was confused, to be honest. The more you know, the more confused you get. Unless you have a guru like my guru to take. So in the Guru Gita written by Vyasa, he defines the meaning of guru. Because in Sanskrit, guru means heavy. What is heavy, man? Rock is heavy. Is it a guru? So Vyasa defined it. He said, guru is the one who takes away the darkness. Guru is darkness, Ru is light. It brings light into the darkness. So deliberately there are so many different confusing things in our own scriptures, opposite things. It's easy to find them. You can use this to justify meat eating, alcohol drinking, prostitution and everything. Because in Kamakya Tantra they say the most holy yoni to be offered in Maithunya, which is sex, is the prostitute's yoni. And Kali stays in prostitution. So here is Devi saying, take all the bad and give it me. Give me all your bad. I will chew on it. Because I am Mahakali also. I'll enjoy it. Then give me all your good. I will enjoy it as Mahalakshmi. Then give me all your future and your plans and your Kriya Shakti. And your action and your strength. Ma Saraswati will enjoy it. It's a difficult thing, Devi. There's so many layers. Everyone's like this. They can only see one part of Devi, na? You heard the story of the 5 blind people checking out an elephant. One feels the ear, one feels the leg. This says elephant is like a fan. This says elephant is like a tube. This guy says elephant is like a pillar holding his legs. And the tail guy says elephant is like a wire. What is this? Is there truth about the elephant? You need the whole elephant. So Devi is like that elephant. Even in lifetimes of study is not enough. As Babaji, tell me more about Devi. You have lived for 2700 years. Tell me more. He said, have you read the Puranas? I said, yes. What do they say? They say, whenever they introduce Devi, they say, Sankship mein batao. I will tell you in brief, because it is not possible to say everything of Devi.
Of course, no worries.
So that's how it is. The joy, isn't it? It's never-ending knowledge. The whole universe is Devi. The only eternal thing is Devi. We keep learning about in this world.
Any tip, Guruji, you want to give to young seekers when they meditate, what they should do?
So I would suggest, everybody says concentrate on your third eye, chant Om, Ye, Wo. But I would suggest a very simple meditation. Start with your feet. Learn to relax the soles of your feet. While you keep it on earth, like us, we are sitting on grass right now only. Our feet are bare and they're on the grass. It's the right way. Sit like this and start meditating on the gentle electrical feeling that is coming under your feet. This is called Shanti Kriya. So you sit there and just meditate. This will bring a relief to your whole body. Then start meditating on your scalp. And as you do this, you just keep your hand like this. Just place it down. If you don't, it's not outstretched for anything. You're full and satisfied. It's the mudra where you're santrupt.
You're content.
Santrupti mudra. You're content. So you sit like this and you sit with your... you start feeling an electrical tingling on your scalp if you're sitting outdoors. The sunlight falls on it and there is electricity being produced. So you feel that electricity, you feel this electricity, and suddenly you'll start feeling a connection down your spine all the way to your feet. This is a healthy way to meditate. Over meditating on any chakra can create unnecessary Kundalini awakening. For those who don't have a guru to monitor you, do this. This will strengthen and purify your nadis, or the pathways of electricity in your body. It will strengthen and purify them because there are only limited pathways in the body. 72,000 nadis are there. So these 72,000 pathways will start to get free. And here's a tip on breathing. If you make a sound while breathing, you lose prana. Because the sound which comes when you breathe out is Om. It's Om going out. Okay. This is what Agastya has written. Okay, so do not breathe out like a horse. Okay. Breathe out without a sound. If you breathe out without a sound, you'll retain all this prana that you're now getting. You will be charged with energy. More than the people sitting and meditating and doing this kriya and that kriya indoors under the blue light of artificial light, This is not Devi Maryada. Devi is coming as the Schumann resonance of the earth. Devi is coming as the magnetism of the earth. Devi is coming as the electrical charge of the earth. And the sun is throwing its light on you. In the night, the moon is throwing its light on you, which is basically sunlight reflected. All of these charge you up with electricity. And the moon is a different thing, okay? It's not for everybody, not for beginners. The first mandala is called a Agni Mandala. You have to cross that. That means you have to become aware of all the man-made but natural energies. All the human but natural energies. That is Agni Mandala. Become aware of the various Agni in your body. So energy is also called Agni or Tejas. So you will develop a Tejas. That's the first stage. After that you do Surya Mandala, where you will be meditating directly on taking the sun's energy. It involves things like watching the sun. So you make the mudra and then you watch the sun. Whole day. Not directly, but this mudra will put the sun inside this gap. Okay. And you hold this mudra and you watch the sun. Whole day. When you're able to do that, Surya Mandala will begin. You'll become a god. It has to be done under the guidance of Guru. Please don't start doing this, okay? I'm not responsible if you go and burn something, because Surya Mandala is not where you start. I've told you where to start. It's the Agni Mandala. Shanti Kriya is the foremost practice of the Agni Mandala. My Guru made me do years of it. And it builds your internal energy. You better have an outlet for the amount of energy you're going to build. You better be clear where you want to go. You can't get in a cab and say, I don't want to go to Delhi. He will not take you. You need to have a clear destination where you want to go in life with this energy. So if you're filling up your fuel tank, you should know where you're going to use it. Which journey are you going to take on? When you're sure of that, then you start meditating. You don't meditate to get the journey, you dream to get the journey. For dreaming is very easy. You just have to be relaxed. Naturally dream. There is no technique for dreaming. We'll naturally slip into Swapna Avastha when there is nothing in the Jagrut Avastha that is occupying our senses. Or maybe any threats that we see in the future. If you see any threats in the future, you cannot meditate. You have to sort that out first. Then you can meditate. So I'm telling you who can meditate and who can't meditate. Ones who can meditate who are seeing no threat in the future. They're the ones who can really meditate to generate energy. But for those who see threats in the future, they need skills. You know what skills you need? Majorly, 99% every threat you can handle. If you have this one skill. Do you know what it is, Rajibha? Self-defense, kya hai? Take a guess. What is the one skill? 99% of all conflicts can be resolved, all threats can be resolved. There is one particular skill that you need to develop. It's communication. Isn't it? If you are able to communicate in a way that it's received. Communication ends when it's received. So you have to see what are the obstacles to my communication with other people in my life. And you should become such a hero that you go over all those obstacles. And you stop triggering people. If you're able to do that, and it's very difficult, I have had a long time of learning this, because what I did for years was just trigger people. And it takes a long time for you to learn this, and to get to the stage. It's not easy. When you reach that stage of being able to get rid of all things, that's when your meditation actually begins. So yoga begins with good communication skills first. And this Shanti Kriya which you have to do outside in the early sunrise, early morning sunrise. If you do this one Shanti Kriya meditation, get outside. You cannot sit in your house. Let's say you cannot find a ground where you can sit on your roof or sit in the balcony where the light is coming at least.
And the chair, Guruji?
Chair is okay, but you need to touch the ground for best effect.
So
Your
you
feet
can
have to be
also
there.
sit below on the floor? No.
Not a good idea. Chair is good idea.
Okay.
Begin like this. Those are all advanced ones. When you already got the energy, then you can move it inside. There's a process called Shakti Chalana. Once the person has enough tejas, because of Agni Mandala being done, in Surya Mandala you will start the process of Shakti Chalana. And then you move to the Chandra Mandala. That is a journey, an interstellar journey. Because the Chandra Mandala, which is in the head, that's the meditation which is the inner journey, which requires a lot of energy. People who try to concentrate on the head in the beginning, you have to come from your feet up. People who try to already concentrate on the head in the beginning, they get the unpaid version. So they will see many things, they can't click on anything. So they can't enter and watch that. It's like having Netflix, you can just see which movies, but you can't really play anything. So you'll be a powerless yogi. Then you'll be full of gyan. When you have too much gyan, you'll make people yawn, said somebody. You need to have experience also. You need to be able to provide experiences, not just gyan. So that's a journey, that's a spiritual journey. You need to move through these three mandalas where suddenly there's an opening of worlds and worlds and you realize, oh my God, there's an infinite sea of information out here in my subtle senses, not in my gross senses. The reality we can both agree upon, it's not the most interesting reality. The reality that I'm able to see around it, supporting it, to me becomes an extension of this reality, because any changes in the subtle reality changes the real reality. Which is what everyone who does miracles, they know this. So, that's how it is.
Tomorrow, Guruji, tomorrow it's Sarat Purnima. So the sun is, the moon is in its brightest aura tomorrow.
Oh, it's already Purnima? Wow.
Tomorrow
Wow.
is Sarat Purnima.
15 days went back, so I was here for Amasya, earlier, just before Amasya.
So,
by like this.
Is it a good time to start for the new people to start this journey?
Very powerful day where there's a lot of moon energy, and you can take the grace of Devi and you can start this meditation. Okay? It's my responsibility that you get results with this meditation, whoever you are, whether you're my student or not. So you can do this even if you don't have a guru. Sit and do it, because my gurus allowed me to teach this Shanti Kriya. So we didn't have chairs there, we used to sit on a rock with our feet on the floor. So you can do that also. Doesn't matter what you sit on.
That's very good.
Your feet should touch the ground.
So Guruji also spoke about setting your issues out before you start meditating. And the skill Guruji has suggested as the communication. So I'd like to go to Guruji's YouTube channel, where he has a very dedicated YouTube podcast on communication. Is that right, Guruji?
That's right. It's called Understanding Communication.
So you can go through in detail there and get the benefits to sort out things in life before you actually start meditating. And tomorrow is a very good day to start with the full moon, and we are also, Guruji, our ashram Yogada is surrounded by, it's the next 50 meters is the Ganga, and we are surrounded by thick reserve forest with a very special goddess energy. And we also have Jayanta Puri here, where Guruji went quite a few times. And Jayanta is the incarnation of Devi. What do you say, Guruji, on this temple, Jayanta Puri?
The first time I heard about this was from your wife Simaji. And I was fascinated by the story. They said, she told me that two Rakshas
Ah.
started doing a tantric ritual with yantra to call Devi here into the yantra. And they didn't want a murti of Devi. They wanted real Devi. Like Sakshat. Like in person. Incognito. So they kept calling to her and calling to her and calling to her, but she never responded. 3,000 years went by. At one point, out of frustration, the Rakshas said, Ma. Her heart melted. She's like, these guys have been calling me for so long, even though they don't deserve it and they have only evil intentions, I'll still gift them because they call me Ma. That's how Devi is. Okay? Don't call Devi anything other than Ma, because then she'll give you a tough time. 3,000 years. They called her beautiful, they called her this, they called her that, so many things they call her. She said, I'm not interested. The moment they said Ma, even the evil people she goes to.
Asuras.
Asuras. So then, you know Asuras, they're up to no good. So she came and then they started offering her a lot of things and pleasing her, and she was about to grant them a boon, whereas everyone prayed to Lord Shiv. They said, you please come. But Devi didn't come in her sattvic roop. She came in her sattvic roop and said, look at me, I'm dressed like I'm going to heaven. I had to change my roop, and she took a dip in Ganga and she came out in her violent Kali roop, blood dripping from her tongue, with her head and was cleaver and all that. The Asuras are also very happy, she's also very happy. Then they were giving her bali after bali while she was enjoying it, and she was like, about to bless them. And you know, the villagers have prayed to Lord Shiv, I'm coming. And he came. And then on the way he left, he also realized I shouldn't go like this to human beings, 4 arms and that and this. I will go as a yogi. So he dropped all his clothes, he went as a yogi. And then he came down there, and as he was meditating, suddenly that energy of the smashan started to change. And that's why he's called Bhutnath. Because all the horrible ghosts there started becoming gentle and fragrance was coming out. So then when the time was right, he killed both the Asuras just before they got the boon. Of course Devi was mad. She's like, I was going to give them a boon, why did you do this? So let us settle this dispute. You calm down. He took her and made her have a bath in Gangaji. She turned back into her Saumya roop instead of her Rudra roop. But she said, I am going to maintain this Saumya roop, but I am going to sit here because these people called me. And they called me Ma, so I am going to be here. And so she said to live there in 2 forms. One in her Saumya roop, the white murti, and one in her Rudra roop, the black murti. Both are side by side in the temple. And you can feel that this is like such a different polarity. The ultimate good and the ultimate violence in Kali. The ultimate Saumya, respectable behavior. It's the most cultured behavior here, and here is Kali, wild. Both are sitting side by side, both are sharp. When I went there, Devi said, go outside. I went outside and I saw her on the swing. Jhula there. Kali. Just swinging in the Jhula. She smiled at me. I sat down on the floor like this, and my hands came on a round stone. Round stone. Who will expect a round stone up on the hill? It's perfectly round, like it's been shaped by water for years. So it's a river stone up there on the hill.
The water was there once.
It was there.
Long back. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So then, wow, that's pretty high. The level of Ganga was pretty high there. So anyway, there's that river stone. And she said, take this to your house. I said, okay, I'm digging it. It's quite big. Big ball, just a round ball. You can't imagine that shape. She told me, this is my home. You take it home. I took it home. Now it's in my house. Wow. And I've been doing puja of it every day. It's so powerful, Rajiva. If you come to my room, it's like a temple because of this one stone. So that's why, And then she's sitting on the Jhula and she said, you also want to sit here? I said, of course I want to sit here. And she allowed me to sit on the Jhula with her, and I was in bliss. I don't know what to say. Meenakshi was also there. She was seeing like what's going on here. Jhula is moving on its own. This is a spiritual experience. She also had a spiritual experience. She's seeing Ma. She's seeing glimpses. She can't understand fully what's going on. But she knows something is happening there. And she's seeing my face like, why is this guy so happy to be on a Jhula? And then I came down. There was Mahadev ki Adalat. I bowed my head down and said, I've done a lot of wrongs. but you have punished me enough for it. So, you know, Mahakal ki adalat. So I said, be kind to me, Shiva. And I came from there. So that was like a very moving experience I had last time. I didn't share it with you. But this temple and then Bhutnath temple, oh my God. This story is mentioned in Shivpuri. And you go there, you can really feel his presence. There's the Saryal Devta temple, which is there. You just go there, it's the Sakshat Roop of how Shivji came down to us. And it was amazing to watch. Gives me the chills every time. So I sit there also to meditate. And the lady there who takes care of the ashram, she tolerates me. She's like, yeah, you sit, Baba, no problem. So she understands I'm here for God, not for any other reason. Yeah. And there's a big Hanuman also there.
They have a very big statue outside.
I stood with him and I took photo. I thought we both look same.
So this is our ashram, which is Yogada Ashram, is in Shivpuri, and 50 yards from here is a Bhutnath temple, which is Shiva, as the Guruji has just explained you the story, and something around 500 meters from here is the Jayantapuri Ma, where Guruji has experienced, where Guruji, not experienced, where the Devi energy, he had a conversation with the Devi, directly. So if you are around, come to these special, vibrant places. And
yeah. What to say of Devi and Timli up there in the mountain? My God. I don't know. I had a really spiritual experience. As soon as I went in, I'm seeing her long hair. And this bee came around me. Did 3 times pradakshina around me. It's a form of Brahmari Devi. I felt so blessed. Then I came outside, I'm lying down and I need these flies. You saw it, right? Such a big eagle flying over our heads. I don't know if you were on the phone or what.
No, I just saw it.
You saw it? So it came very close to us, flew over and went. Blessed us all and went. So these are the kind of experiences I've had here. This is a power-packed place, like Devis everywhere. Boom. And the moonrise here, can't talk about it. Those two, this hill on top, it looks like 2 faces of Lord Ganesh. Have you noticed? ये जो सामने आपको mountain. और उसके पीछे से moon आता है ऐसे. I was like this every day. Because Navratri, the moon starts like this. And then it becomes bigger. Now it's like a ball. And it's like a tube light out here. What a joy, yeah. That's why I requested you to switch off all the lights and you obliged. So then we can enjoy the moon. Such a nice experience.
Guruji is telling about the Devi at Himli, just behind us on the mountain top, It takes something around 45 minutes. Guruji and me had a bike ride. It was fun. Day before yesterday, to the Devi temple on the top. So that's what Guruji was telling about the goddess experience there also, So that was my journey with the Gada has given me a signal that okay,
stop. This is Devi's Gada, by the way. You see how beautiful it is. Because it's Devi's Gada.
Yes.
So
Guruji is a big time into martial arts. He has taught 20 million of students in South India about the martial arts.
All over India, Rajat.
All over India, yes.
And Sri Lanka.
He at one point, he also suggests that a yogi has to be like warrior. Is it right, Guruji?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
So I also learned from Guruji this in North India we call it Mudgar, but what's that? Guruji Kattai?
Kallakatte in the south.
Kallakattai. So instead of going to gym, you should start Kallakattai, which is the ancient Indian style of gymming. So that's also very good. So this is I will not say the end of this, but it's a part of my journey with Guru Pashupati, and Guruji and me we both have we have the same kind of vibes, and we both are Pita, and we have a very good bonding, a spiritual bonding together, and Guruji and me have planned some more spiritual journeys together.
Spiritual adventures.
Yeah, spiritual adventures. So which will keep you swaying around, and will keep requesting Guru Pashupati to keep enlightening us with all this wisdom and knowledge. And believe me, once you start the right way, you will be empowered like anything, and the energy you have is tremendous, Since although I teach yoga, the same kind of yoga, dhyan and all these things, but since I've been using the techniques which Guruji has shared in this very special retreat which we just finished, believe me, my energy is, oof, I cannot sleep all night, Is it right, Guruji? The sleep goes away?
Sleep anyway, right? Those with Pitta Prakriti, when they start meditating, the need for sleep goes down. Those with Kapha Prakriti, also it goes down, but they need a lot of sleep. So from needing 10 hours of sleep, it comes down to like 6 hours for Kapha Prakriti. But Pitta Prakriti, sometimes you don't even need sleep. You have so much energy.
So I wake up every day 2 o'clock,
Yes.
And then
ready for the practice. Brahma Muhurat mein.
Yeah.
When else to do it?
So in the beginning, this is my beginning with this special energy. So Guruji has also spoken about that you need to sort out where you are going to use this energy, which is bursting, So I still have to figure out, Guruji, other than Kallakatta, and do something.
There's so much to do. Anyway, I'm going to meet you in December.
Yes, Guruji and me are having a very special
We'll have
journey.
some plan for your amazing energy.
Yes, so we'll keep sharing from there only. We are going to another Devi, in the lap of another Devi to experience the same energy in a different place and different form. So till then, Guruji Pranam from all my audience and myself. And it has been such an honor and privilege to have you with us. And thank you for just, most of the people hide, most of the gurus, they hide the secrets. But the best part with you is it's like an open bowl for everyone, So that was a kind of open bowl, and we can name this special meditation which you are going to start open bowl meditation.
I have to say, it is an open bowl.
Yeah. So till then, thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I will also put a link to Guruji's place. You can join Guruji's Gurukulam also, for doing different things. And thank you very much. And Rajiva, Yogada Ashram, Rishikesh. Thank you very much. Play safe and keep meditating and keep enjoying the life with all this Devi energy. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you
for blessing us. Thank you very much.